Well, one of my challenges in this industry is that I don't come into crime writing with any kind of professional background. I was not a crime beat reporter or a doctor or a lawyer, such as some of the other authors in the profession. Again, I was a 17-year-old kid, but it's worked out well enough. So I feel for me to write, I want to bring an experience to life. And so I need to understand what that experience is. So for Love You More, I came up with the idea where I wanted it to look like they had found a body. But for reasons that were integral to the plot, they couldn't identify the body. So given that a good forensic anthropologist can identify a great deal about bones while still standing in the field, this was going to be tricky to come up with. So I have my puzzle. I have a question, but I don't know the answer. So I decided if you want to disguise bones or have bones that are not identifiable, the best place for learning how to do this must be the body farm. The most world-renowned one is probably the University of Tennessee, where they study decomp. Really until the 1950s, if you found skeletal remains, if you were a sheriff, a detective, they were literally using like a 2,000-year-old Chinese text to try to date these remains. So this really wonderful doctor got the idea that we needed some way to definitively come up with time of death, even on skeletal remains. And that became the body farm. It's also known as Death's Acre, where they have 1 acre of land, people donate their bodies, and they can be in the trunks of cars, they can be hanging from trees, they can be closed, they can be immersed in water, they can be open to the elements, and you just start tracking them. I wanted to come up with how you could have skeletal remains and not identify them. In Love You More, they do find skeletal remains. They do not identify them, and there's a great reason why, and it took me 3 days at the body farm, and when I figured it out and I ran through with the forensic anthropologist, she told me I was very creepy. And that is one of the highlights of my career. To all my readers out there, thank you so very much. My favorite thing in the morning is to get up and try to come up with a scene that will keep you guessing. And for all of you who continue to come back for more, whether it's to follow Detective Dee Dee Warren or Tessa Leone or the FBI profilers, thank you so much for giving me people to write for, and I hope that we can continue to journey together through many more great thrillers.